Hello folks, welcome to the orbit of the coding. So today I am going to explain optional parameter. What is optional parameter? How to implement optional parameter in our project, and what is the different way to make a parameter optional. So basically we have four way to implement, or we can make our parameter optional. So one is for default parameters. Second methods use optional attribute. Third methods we have use parameter array. I can explain bit more about of all the topics in few upcoming minutes. And the fourth one is method overloading. So that is the way we can implement, or we can make our parameter optional. So I have already prepared some examples to save our times. So I am going to explain what is a default parameter. So default parameters, we can see that it's a very convenient and easy way to make our parameter optional. So here you can see that I just create one method str default parameter examples, and I pass three parameters in this: strings 1, string 2 and string thing. And in this third parameter str3 I assign some default value, right? So if you are using this methods, and if you assign like string 1 or string 2, if you assign only two parameters, so string third parameters it consider by default orbit of the coding, right? And somehow you don't want to pass str3, this is the default value. If you don't want to put this value, then you need to assign here some different value. You can see in the intelligence window we have str1, str2, and the third parameter is the default parameters we have. So if you assign here, so it's override the orbit of the coding and you get the new value. If you don't assign any value, then it simply is display the default value. So I can just run the program and show you on the console window. It's compiling, it maybe take few seconds, so wait you guys. Also my system is bit slow, it might be take few seconds to compile and show the console window. Thank you for your keep patience. It's loading. There we go. You can see welcome to orbit of the coding. So we have a pass a two parameter, string 1 welcome, string 2, and this is our default parameter, right? And I just stop the debugger. Now I am going to pass, I'm not going to use a default parameter, right? I need to put some different value in the parameter 3. I just copy the code and paste it in the below the line, and here you can see that we have a 3 parameter. I can assign some newly parameters. So this is the string types. oops, right. So in this first parameter I assign any value abc. In the second parameters I assign some strings value 2, same things. And in the third parameter I assign a tutorial, right. And now I am going to execute. You can see the result abc2 tutorials. It's compiling. So it's ready. There we go. You can see abc2 tutorials, and first one is default parameter, and second one we assign some value in the third parameters, right. And in the same default parameter topics we have some another examples. Suppose you use a two default parameter. I created one add methods int a, int b, int c. So we have two default parameter b and c. So in this case I don't want to assign a b, or I can use only two parameters, right. I need to use only a or c parameter. I don't want to put b parameters. So in this case we have a way, right. So console.write optional parameter, call the class dot add, right. So here you can see that we have int a and two default parameters. So in this first parameter I assign a 6 value. In the second parameter b I don't want to assign, right. It gets some default value, and then I want to assign a c. So in this case you just put a parameter name c colon, right, and a default value is 10. I want to assign a 30, right, and save it. Okay. Now I just put it comment to above 1. We don't want to see this output in the console. So there we go. You can see the result. So you can define the similar way, and you can see the result. B is the default 5, and we have a, b, we have 6, 5 and 30. So we can get the result 41. So it's compiling. Oh, I just execute that particular things. So you can see the result 41 we get, right. And particular this implementation c colon 30, or we can put the parameter. So this is called named params. We can call the named parameters. So if you have a multiple default parameters and you don't need to assign, you need to assign some particular one. you can use named parameters, right? So thank you guys, that's it for this video. And in the second part I am going to explain the different way, like optional attribute, parameter array, and method overloading. So keep touch in this video guys. So thank you, have a nice day, and happy learning to all. Thank you.